And now for something completely different. Hey, Granny Gear here for Old Guy on a Bike. On this Tech Tuesday, which you might be seeing on a Wednesday, well, that's because of sometimes we can't talk about things till certain days in the industry. They kind of have little media blackouts, and that's what we have today. But it's Tech Tuesday, I think on a Wednesday. The rise of the alt bar. The alt bar, the alternate bar, which has really taken over in the bike packing world, especially among those who use flat bars. So, you know, mountain bike bars typically pretty straight and wide, and maybe a little bit of sweep, maybe a little bit of rise, but pretty much they're just about all the same. But you know, over the years, we started to see alt bars. I think the first ones I remember are from Jones, but they are something, sometimes they sweep way forward and they sweep way back. I've got a bike in the garage. I don't ride very much. It's got an Answer 2020 bar on it. It's kind of like that. It's darn comfy. And I tried using those on a trail bike, some of those types of bars, and I found them to be like trying to steal a wheelbarrow down the trail. But for bike packing, for something where the pace is a little less and you want those alternate maybe bends for your wrists for long day comfort, an alt bar is a really popular thing and a really good idea. Well, what about drop bars? You know, your average road bike bar. Now, you know, over the years I was much more of a mountain biker, but I don't really remember there being that much of a change in road bike bars over the years. They started to change in shape a little bit, with a little less drop and whatnot as people started to use the hoods more and more as they're shifting and not, you know, just for brake levers. So you started to see some of those changes. But pretty much they went on for a lot of years without a whole lot of changes. But now we have gravel bikes, and gravel bikes and adventure riding on drop bars has really ushered in the alt drop bar. And that makes really quite a bit of sense. And they go really from mild to, well, increasingly wild. If we start for something like this, this is an Easton EA70AX bar. When you look at it, it looks pretty much like a typical road bar. But it does have, I think it's 12 degrees or so of flare, so you can see normally a regular road bar would be straight. But other than that, it doesn't back sweep. It looks like a fairly normal road bike handlebar with a little bit of extra something there when you're in the drops for maybe added leverage and steering control. So there's this. Now this is the Ritchey Venture Max 2. Now I haven't been running this on my Turbocyclosis gravel bike recently. I'm not ready to completely talk about it yet. I will be doing a review on it. It is a very unique and polarizing handlebar. But look at that. It's got some bumping going on here, very shallow drop. It has back sweep. It has some really lovely shaping up on top. 24 degrees of flare. You can see how much this kicks out. It is definitely an alternate drop bar. And then there is this. This is from the Redshift folks. You know, they brought you the shock stop stem and the seat post and the kitchen sink handlebar, which is quite an interesting alt handlebar for bike packing or adventure riding or whatever you might want to put it on. This is brand new for them. This is the Top Shelf handlebar. Now you can see it's unique. I mean, there may be something like this out there already. I don't know. I've never seen one like it. When I read this, I'm going to read this because I don't have it memorized. What I'm seeing here is this will come, according to the label, in a 44, 47, 50, and a 53 width measured at the hoods. It has 7 degrees of back sweep. You can see that, how it curves back here towards you. It has either 50 or 70 millimeters of rise. 50 millimeters is right about 2 inches, 70 millimeters, well, that is getting pretty close to 3 inches of rise, about 25 millimeters per inch, 25.4, I think to be exact. This is the 50 millimeter version right here. In fact, this is a 47 centimeter by 50 millimeter. The width at the drops varies. We have a 55, 58, 61, and a 64 centimeter span at the drops. As I said, 24 millimeters of flare. Pretty cool, huh? So the idea behind this is to get you up in a more comfortable position. This, say you're running the max spacers, you've got your stem tilted up, maybe you don't want to do that, maybe you'd rather not do that, maybe you've done all that and it still isn't enough stack on the bike you're riding. Well, something like this, and some of the bars that do those funny sweeps, they don't look very good. I have to say that to my eye, this looks pretty good. Now, I'm not going to be mounting this on a bike of my own because I don't have anything I ride where I want this much of a rise or increase in the stack, the effective stack of my bike. So at this moment in time, I don't have anything this will fit on. But I have to say, I really, really like the concept, and I'd never even thought of doing this before. It also seems to be decently compliant. Generally, I take a drop bar, handlebar, and I kind of push on it down here to see how much it moves. It's got some give to it. I was concerned that maybe this would make the bar too stiff. It seems to be about the same as my Venture Max when I do that test, and that's a pretty compliant handlebar. I need to weigh this. I haven't weighed it yet. I will put that weight up on the screen here. Are there some downsides to this? I was thinking maybe that this might get in the way of where your hands go and limit a little bit of bar space. This is a kind of a coveted area for bar space, isn't it? But comparing this to a handlebar I have on my gravel bike, about the same width. The tape of the bar tape ends right about here, so that's really about where I would be anyway. So this isn't a problem. The stem clamps right here, and there's room here for lights or computer mounts and things like that. If you want to strap something to the bike, you can also use this top area, I would see, for also lights or a computer mount or a camera mount. So that's pretty cool. And if you were strapping a bike packing bag around it, I would think you could just strap around the whole thing. So I don't really see any negatives, although I haven't actually tried to fit it to a bike. Now, it has no top shaping, but Redshift, those guys, they're innovators, and they make this. This is called the Cruise Control Drop Bar Grip System. And they have a shaped, I don't know if I'm putting this on right, but I think it goes something like that on a handlebar. Then you wrap your tape on it. It gives you a little bit of top shape for taking some pressure off your palms over long days. Very, very cool. And they also have the drop grip. It's kind of like you've seen like ergon and whatnot for flat bars. It goes on a drop bar. Probably I'm not doing it right, but you get the idea. It goes on here, slides on, and gives you some shape for your drops. So that is the Top Shelf Handlebar. Available in quite a few widths, 2 different rises, and well, it is, to my way of thinking, unique and really, really forward thinking on the Redshift folks on your behalf to help your aching back and tired shoulders and stiff neck. Perhaps this will be just exactly what you were looking for your gravel or adventure bike or commuter bike or whatever you would like to put it on. I have an affiliate link down in the description of this video for Redshift. If this interests you, go ahead and click on that link. That'll take you to the Redshift site. You can I assume these will be for sale soon. I can't promise that, but I imagine they would love to sell you a handlebar. And if you do it through my link, I get a little bit of recognition for that, and they appreciate the fact that I sent you to Redshift. All right, guys, that's it for now. Have a great week or weekend. Thank you for watching this Tech Tuesday video. And as always, go ride your bikes.